Let's go take what we want. Take what we want. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Raider Nation.
What's up, Raider Nation?
Anyone who comes through, just be aware we are live on this Shady Sports Network. We're live on my channel. So anyone who we have coming through, man, like those comments up. We're going to try and keep this. This is a Raider report. If y'all have not subbed, you're coming from the other channel, come subscribe to mine. If you're coming from mine, go over to the Shady Sports Network and go sub over there. Give the man a lot of love. We're going to be here weekly. We're going to be doing this weekly now. We're going to be connecting our channels pretty much. And this is just an opportunity to help our fan base and his fan base grow. Today, we have Noah as per usual. And we have a new guy, if you want to give your shout out to yourself here.
All right, my name is Josh. I am from the Death Star Report, and I'll be the guy that'll be doing the film breakdowns after every single week game or every single regular season game. So it's my first time, so bear with me.
Yep. Well, listen, y'all. Lots to talk about. Comments. I want y'all to light them up today. Let's get this shit on the fucking road. I'm gonna get the comments up on my phone, and here we go. So, as we have been listening into the Raiders, actually, y'all, I want to give y'all a copy of the link to join us if you want to join in on our discussions. We're gonna let y'all in as y'all come through. Anyone who has not heard it, go sub to my channel. Actually, wait a minute. I have not given. Yeah, that's all. There we go. All three links were posted at the same time. Sorry about that. Anyone who wants to come through, hit one of those links. No, that's fine. Raiders Yonder, man. That's fine. Anytime during the night, we're going to be here for 2 to 3 hours to discuss everything. We're going to be coming up with our own. We're going to have to come up through, and we'll see what happens. But as training camp has opened, we've seen many things happen. We've seen this. Thank you, man. I want to see you come on. So my question to you guys is, McDaniel's really going to start 2 rookies? Because we've heard this, right? We've heard the rookie guys are showing out, and Munford is getting a lot of starting right tackle reps. Will he become the right tackle and Parham become the left guard for this team?
Nah. Well, maybe Parham at left guard. Depends on how well he plays in the preseason. You could also say the same thing for their Munford over there, right tackle. But it's definitely a long shot from Munford, considering, they're still high on Alex Leatherwood. And, you still have Brendan Parker over there. If Leatherwood struggles, he's the number 2 without a doubt. For Parham, it's also a similarly difficult road. But with the retirement of Denzel Good, it definitely does allow him to shine brighter. And we'll see him tomorrow in the Hall of Fame game. He's going to have to beat out John Simpson and who would be our right guard then? Now I think about it.
Honestly, here's the thing. Don't mean to cut you off. If we were to go with Munford starting at the right tackle because we feel he's the best option, our right guard undoubtedly comes down to really it's going to be Leatherwood. And then the left guard's going to be
Parham.
But honestly, I don't know if we can really do that because that's too much inexperience. We need veterans along that line to show up. So honestly, I like Cole Miller and Parham. That's a great combination. I like Andre James in the center spot. We
That's
need
actually a
left-
good thing for now. I'm gonna stop right there because if you put Andre James and Colton Miller and you put Parham in between, it's actually if you put it into film, like if you look at the film for like last year, Andre James and Colton Miller, the people going through is the defensive lineman that goes through usually goes through the left guard. Left guard's fault, not Miller or James' fault. The left guard. And who was a left guard last year? Simpson, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Wait,
I don't know. It was someone. It was someone.
Simpson
But
last year.
I think that I really think Dylan Parham is our best shot at left guard. It really is. Really coming down to it, it just comes down to that right side of the line. And I honestly, I 100% see. I want to see a right guard veteran, or I want to see Leatherwood at right guard and a veteran right tackle. It's one of those. It comes down to I don't want all that inexperience on this line at one time because you need veterans to at least show them the ropes. And I mean, I really do think Munford can be the guy down the line. It just comes down to is he a starter or a backup?
Again, it'll be useful because Miller and Andre James, those two already are really helpful. And now you got even though that we lost a veteran on left guard, in Richie Incognito, Parham will be able to, I would say, not be the best, but he won't be the worst. He'll be like at least in the middle in left guard, and that's what we need for Derek Carr.
Terrell Bonds from the USL has been signed by them. Nice. Thank you for that live breakdown. Anyways, no, I mean, like I said, McDaniels, if he starts him, we'll see what happens. But honestly, the next question really to me has been, because you already saw this, will Leatherwood actually start? You've seen the disappointment in his face. He hasn't really been given all the first team reps. So, they raised the question there. And I think really 100% he's going to really be the right tackle. He needs to be the right tackle of the future. And that comes down to finding the right guard of the future. Because at that point, if you find your right tackle of the future, you have your right tackle, left guard, and center all solidified. It comes down to find that right guard. And not many teams have done that. So we'll see.
Yeah, Leatherwood, we're just going to hope he slides back out to right tackle because he just, I don't know, he improved at guard later in the year, but early on he wasn't holding his own. And he's still below, pass and run blocker as, both a tackle and a guard. So either way, you just hope he improves. But, right now the answer for will Leatherwood start going into the season is yeah. And we lost Josh for a sec. All right.
Very good. Honestly, I felt that we fucked up his development. Oh, he left. I felt like we messed up Leatherwood's development last year. Because again, we should not have been moving a rookie around. We shouldn't have. And it wasn't a great move by us.
No, yeah, I agree. What I do partially blame is, Tom Cable, fucking up his development as a rookie.
Tom Cable was a terrible O-line coach.
Notoriously terrible. So, there's that as well.
What's up, Josh?
Yeah, currently in the car about to drop off my homie, but yeah. Leatherwood, it's as either right tackle or I don't even know what to say. Second string guard.
Second string guard or tackle. That would be. I mean, now that Leatherwood has experience at guard, if we do lose a bunch of guards, he can definitely slide over there at right guard. But you want to avoid that.
They're just saying
situations.
They're just saying of you can never have too many linemen.
That's true. especially
We're only,
versatile
we're only
ones.
going to keep 8. I 100% think Leatherwood should start. And I don't want to see him as a backup because then we really don't know if we won that draft pick.
Right now, it looks like we don't, or we haven't. But if he definitely doesn't, make the starting lineup, or is relegated to a second string role, it's definitely going to look bad considering, the recent history of first round picks going back. I don't know, who knows how long, to 2015 maybe.
Hey, I mean, we can't. I think this year we did good with the first round pick, meaning we gave a first round pick for Devontae Adams. In hindsight, we basically drafted him in the first round. So that's the bright side.
That is
Yeah.
indeed.
We'll see what happens. I don't think this coaching staff, just for the reason it would look so bad if we were to bench him and put him on the backup. We shouldn't do it. I don't care if he's not looking great. Just let him get in some pads. Let him go out there as a starter and see him show out. Thank you to everyone who is showing up for the stream. I know some of you guys are new, coming from the Shady Sports Network. Come over to the Raider, the Silver and Black Report, and subscribe if you haven't. But again, Leatherwood 100% should start, I think. I don't really find a better right tackle option outside of it.
Yep, because if you take the first, I believe the first few weeks with Ruggs before the whole crash thing happened, Leatherwood, if you take away the penalties, he's actually been really solid, really solid. He only had around 2 penalties, but people are I'm feeding from that. They're milking those penalties.
He didn't have a great, start to his career. He did give up a lot of pressures and hurries. So, I agree, Titans and Star. I don't think we should have drafted Leatherwood in the first round. It should have been Trayvon Martin, but we can't go back and fix it. But Leatherwood, all you have to do is improve. That's all we're asking.
That's all you can do. 14 penalties as a rookie, and then 8
I'm
sacks
sure-
allowed in the guard spot. You got to get better than that.
I'm sure we could have gotten Leatherwood in the second round.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, easily.
Oh,
I just,
But,
this is the year, I think, for the team to, grow and get better. And, we'll see what happens. But I definitely think, we're going to keep moving forward. I know we all saw these 2 unfortunate, as we talk onto the next discussion here in a second. We have lost 2 linebackers in the past week and a half. Micah Kaiser and Kyler Fackrell, both out for the year.
those 2 guys, but those loss of linebackers. That's a good. I don't want to sound mean off the bat here, but this is a good chance for Diablo for him to step up to the plate.
It doesn't improve his position in this team, though. He's still a second guy. He's still a second.
second string type of dude.
Obviously, I agree. Titans and Star, horrible pass protection, and he got a lot of penalties, especially in that playoff game. So
The one that a Carr fumbled, where Carr fumbled the ball almost at the 1 yard line. Wait, was that him or was it Monroe? I forgot.
I don't know. But on to this. Do we sign replacements, or do we just let the guys that we have step up? Well, honestly, I'm not looking for a replacement for Kaiser. That is Darian Butler's spot to fill. But we need a replacement for Kyler Fackrell. I don't think we have enough depth for a third guy. I want D4. I want Trey Flowers. I want one of those guys. Because one of them, whoever's the better one in the run blocking, can come in and replace Kyler Fackrell.
Mm-hmm. You also have, if we do want to go out there and replace, a Fackrell, Kaiser, if we don't see the production we want out of Darian Butler or, the other Rams guy, Kenny Young, or even, someone like Jalen Brown. There's also the free agency market. You still have guys out there like Jamie Collins, Malcolm Smith, former Raider over there. You also have dudes maybe like Will Compton. You can bring him back for a season if we so need to bring him back. Anthony Barr was signed today by Dallas, so he's no longer out there. But you have these guys out here in the free agency market that, they're still experienced and they can come in and help develop this, younger group like Diallo, Brown, Bolton, and Butler while they continue to improve. But yeah, if we see these few guys ball out in the preseason, I don't think we have much to worry about. But obviously, Fackrell and Kaiser, big losses in the run defense. Definitely not the strongest part of our team going into the season, but the losses on them do, show a weakness there now in the second units.
Yeah. It's not that we need a starter kind of guy. I would take just a depth piece, but the guy that we signed, I want less than $5 million, unless you're looking to absolutely start this guy along that D line for more depth, or not depth, but a more veteran piece in a D Ford for I think a cheap $5 million contract would be nice. What the fuck? Anthony Hitchens is out there along with Jamie. Oh yeah, we could go for Jamie Collins or Donta Hightower if you want to look for a replacement for Micah Kaiser. But I don't like Donta Hightower at this point in his career. He's a little older, and so it just depends who we get and for the money we get them for. But honestly, Kaiser to me isn't a big piece because Darian Butler, Divine Diablo, Jayon Brown, Divine Diablo with Denzel Perryman, that's a pretty nice core right there. Fackrell is the bigger loss because he also already had a weakness on that front three because it's not going to include Chandler Jones unless you're looking to do Chandler Jones along that D-line. I'm not, looking to make too many changes. But I think D Ford to help develop Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell wouldn't be bad.
I think right now, this is gonna be a really hot take right here. Cleland Farrell, when it comes down to a 3-4 situation, all I can say is that's his best shot to get at least a considered starting role in the defense.
That's
just for that 3-4. That's it.
I'll be honest, dude. He's the last guy I want to see start. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of Cleland Farrell. Haven't been, and actually I've been looking for him to be cut because simply his $7 million cap hit is not going to help this team. So, we'll see what happens. Honestly, I don't really expect too many changes, to be honest. I really don't. If there's changes made, whatever. But I feel like there's a chance they stick with what they got. If they feel like they have a weakness, like I've said, they're going to do it. But we'll see. Let's see. No, I think Kyler Fackrell is 27, 28. He's younger than 30. And then Farrell is toast 100%. For the Facebook people, thank you. I can see that up on my screen. But nah, Farrell, bro, he's toast. He sucks. He's also injured. So.
Well, here's the thing. If you give it some thought, it's an undisclosed injury, meaning they could just say, oh, they're just saying for the media, oh, this guy is injured. We won't be able to play him. But in reality, they're probably really coaching him hard.
The coaching staff literally are the people that called this out. And regardless if he's injured, he sucks. I mean, I can't put it any easier way. I mean, are you a Cleland Farrell fan?
Oh no, I'm not.
Okay, I was gonna say
they probably have something.
I would be happier if they combine Jonathan Abrams and Cleland Farrell for a 4th or 5th, And then they went out for like D Ford and some vet safety to play some death piece or help the younger guys develop and then move on. Because those two guys should not be on this team.
I agree with you on the Farrell part, but about Abram, you want to keep Abram at outside at the box safety, but you don't want him to stay in coverage because look what happened against the Chiefs. Even in the 2020 season, that when we
Listen,
were
bro,
up,
I'll be
when we
honest.
were up,
He
when
sucks,
we were
bro.
up. Wait, what?
I said, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. He's in that same boat for me. And with Cleland Farrell, his career as a Raider should be gone. He's provided nothing. This coaching staff has had nothing positive to say about him. He's not impressing in a good way. His first day of training camp, he did a tackle and a non-tackle day, and he ran into his own teammate because of his awareness. He hasn't improved. If he hasn't improved, what is there to talk about? What is there to improve on? He sucks in coverage. His tackling is mid. He has no awareness. I mean, he has no value. Honestly, if we're looking at the depth chart, Tyree Gillespie has probably more value than this guy. And it's because he's a younger, cheaper option. And it's not like money's an issue with this team, but we go look back on the Raiders depth chart. I like Roderick Teamer too.
Wait, what happened to that Brandon fashion guy or?
He's not here anymore. He got signed by Atlanta, I think, in the off season.
No, he went over to the Colts.
Right, Ronald Grass. All right, well, that works as too.
He went back with his DC.
I was thinking of Casey Hayward.
Oh, yeah. Nah. But safety part, I like Duron Harmon with Trayvon Mullen. Roderick Teamer and Tyree Gillespie as the backups. You can say Matthias Farley. I don't care. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean,
here's what I have to say about the safety situation. If we're gonna have like a one deep safety, you're gonna want to have Morrig or Harmon back there. I don't want to see Roderick Teamer or Jonathan Abram in coverage at all. Nope. If you're gonna have one of those two down there in the box safety role, I know Teamer's more of a special teams type of player. That's fine by me. Abram, if you want, you can get him to cover like a tight end going across the middle. If you think they're going to do some type of route like that, that's all perfect and fine. You can even have him as a weak side linebacker sort of, or maybe even a blitzing type safety. I'm okay with that. Make him like a Jamal Adams role. That's fine with me if that works in this defense. But I don't know. I rather try and see if Cleland Farrell can impress in the next few weeks. And if he doesn't, then, he's going to be traded out of here or he's going to be stuck on the special teams again and maybe traded by the end of the season. Who knows with him. But I do want to see Abrams still on this roster, considering that he's currently our strongest or like our most impressive strong safety group. And he's kind of like the morale leader of this defense.
Anyways. Josh Jacobs had this to say about being a Raider and his contract situation. Do we think he's going to get a deal done and stay as a Raider? And what kind of contract will he be signed for?
I have a good feeling that Jacobs is going to take a friendly pay cut or a friendly deal.
I mean, I don't see why he would, we know his history. He used to be homeless, basically. He was very grateful for the contract and the first-round pick. And he owes a lot to us. We owe a lot to him. Jacob's still an explosive running back. People forget that because, of his foot injury or, his cracked ribs over the past few years. But he's got one of the most explosive jump cuts in the game, Josh Jacobs, and he's very deadly going up the line, especially in the, type of draw situation or running between the A and B gaps. So Jacobs is still very valuable to this team. I don't want to see him get big time running back money. If you want to give him C-Mac money or freaking Ezekiel Elliott type of money, look what happened to those two, immediately injured. I wouldn't want to do something like that. But Jacobs is still 24 years old, so if he wants to stay here, we should re-sign him.
Yeah.
Let's have two scenarios here. Scenario number one is if he gets 1,000+ yards this season and about what, like 8 touchdowns or 7 touchdowns rushing, then we should give him like at around, what's his contract right now per year?
Hang on,
Let me look it up.
In his rookie deal.
Yeah.
I can look that up here actually right now. It's
He signed a 4-year deal worth $11.9 million in his rookie deal. In 2022, he has a base salary around $2 million and a cap hit of 3.7. So it's a net negative to cut him in this final season, considering we don't have, we didn't pick up his option, which I think is, I don't know. We haven't had a running back like him since maybe like 2010, Derek McFadden, when he was, not injury prone. So he's good, and I think right now for 2.1, it's a bargain deal.
yeah, I would sign him for like 7, 8.
7, 8 million per year.
I wouldn't go. I mean, for that much for a running back, I mean, I guess yeah. You know what? If C-Mac got $16 million a year, then yeah, you can afford to give Jacobs $8 million.
It's not like.
Would you also sign Drake for that much as well?
I don't think Kenyon Drake would be part of this future. I think
Kenyon Drake's gone if we re-sign him.
Kenyon Drake is going to be.
You guys have to remember, we still have, no. Kenyon Drake's gone. Like, regardless, like, you have Sincere McCormick. You have guys that are going to be here next year. I mean, and they're not going to keep these guys forever. So, Jacobs, if he's given $7 million a year by us, with having the core that we would have in Sincere McCormick and Jacobs and Zamir White, that's a very solid core, and I'd be affording to do that for next 3 years.
Here's what I have to say about this.
Wait, is Jillian Richard still on the team?
No, Jalen Richard was not re-signed by the team, which sucks. I didn't like that move, to be honest.
Because Richard, he took a huge pay cut, and he's pretty solid when it comes to third down.
He's a really good third down and receiving back.
He just has no place on this team at this point. We're looking for the future, and the new core, the new coaching staff didn't want him.
I mean, you can say that, but then you can also look at the fact that we signed Brennan Bolden, and we
because they were system guys. Because they were system guys that have already played with this coaching staff.
All right, Amir Abdullah isn't. I'm just gonna say that. So
but he's only signed to play in the preseason. Like, there's no reason he's gonna stick around.
It's for special teams, but you could make. I mean, I'm not trying to defend Jalen Richard. I like the dude, but he also plays special teams. The same thing as Abdullah. Here's what the point I'm trying to make. Going back to Kenyon Drake. This is definitely his last year on the team. I don't think he gets cut based off, his experience as a player. I think if we're going to have 4 running backs going into the season, it's going to be Jacobs, Bolden, Drake, and then Zamir White. And then you have Britton Brown on the practice squad. Amir Abdullah will be somewhere else, and Austin Walter is probably going to be a free agent again. But yeah, this is Kenyon Drake's swan song season in the silver and black. He's going to take over that Jalen Richard role that we were just talking about. Third down back, exclusive out of the receiving game, because that's what he was last year. Brandon Bolden is going to take some of those snaps, obviously, in the receiving game, based off his experience in the system. But I wouldn't worry about that, considering they're pretty close, I would say, as you can get with position players. They've spent the season together in Miami. After Drake got traded to Arizona, they kept in touch.
Yeah, we should let's just see how White plays out this year, or let's see how Drake plays out this year. Because if Drake goes off for 1,000 yards as well, we could at least one more year with him. For a year.
Bro, what? He's not getting 1,000 yards as a backup.
I know what I'm just saying. If he actually gets it, pops off. If he pops off.
I mean, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, this coaching staff liked Zamir White, and he's going to be either the starter or the backup next year.
No. He's more of a Damon Harris type of running back, like they had at Georgia. Apparently, they liked him because
it's gonna look like
he
that.
has the exact same.
Well, he has the breakaway speed. He has the speed to break away from the defense.
Just like Damian Harris, it's a copy, or it's like a copy or a cookie cutter type replica of that player that they love so much using in New England under McDaniels.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zamir White's, I don't know, he'll be the 1-2 with Josh Jacobs next season if they do decide to resign
I think
Jacobs.
it's like a Jillian Richard. I think that Zamir White's gonna be like Jillian Richard, but like at least 2-3 times better. They might use him at like third down situations. That's what I believe.
I mean, saying Zamir White is going to be at least 3 times better than Jalen Richard is like differentiating black and white. Like obviously, there's aspects to one that's the other one doesn't have. Richard has that explosive receiving game ability, and he's shifty. He's sort of like a Darren Sproles with nerfed athleticism. But Zamir White, he's, as you mentioned, Will, he's more explosive in the open space that we've been lacking for the past few years. Basically, I don't think we've had anyone that's had that type of running ability since Latavius Murray during his Pro Bowl season 2015. So there's that to look for in Zamir White. But Zamir White, I expect him to be the 3rd or 4th running back on the depth chart. I don't expect him to see much of the field during the regular season, but if he falls out in the preseason, you could see him jump up that depth chart to maybe the 3rd or 2nd spot.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't wait to see what happens. I want Jacobs here for the future. But I mean, it's going to be a running back by committee. There's going to be things changed up probably weekly, there and there.
Mm-hmm.
Who starts and who plays where. It just matters who can move the ball. So, can't wait to see what happens with this team. But the next thing I want to talk about is in my notes because it's on this, but we're going to mention how sorry about that. It's Carr is impressed with Tyrone Johnson and Keelan Cole, where he said Keelan's ability to turn in the air and make acrobatic catches, he likes that, how he can just throw it up and he will go up and get it. Tyron's speed, just flashing his ability to get open no matter what he wants and where he wants to be. He's going to get there and he's going to get open. He likes the ability of these two guys. He likes Robinson, how he was able to flash his ability to get open with his speed, but he's flashing it more than ever in this offense. And then Mack is not someone I brought up, but Mack Hollins, someone that can do a little of everything. Speed, acrobatic catches, just route running as a whole receiver. What are you guys' thoughts on these receivers? And, because to me, I think we've already talked about this, but I have Tyrone Johnson winning out the wide receiver 2 on the outside position.
Yeah. Wait, speaking of which, do you think that we're going to see some Tyrone Johnson or Doss or Keelan Cole or
it's going to be
some tomorrow?
No. Well, Tyrone Johnson, yes. You're going to see everyone except Renfro
and Adams
and Waller and Carr, Miller, and Andre James are going to be guys that are held out. The rest of the guys are going to fight out the spots to take over for the offensive line spots.
Do you think Foster Moreau gets a little bit of reps
tomorrow? He has to. No, there's no way he doesn't get reps. He has to show us why he's on this team. He has not impressed his coaching staff. So if they hold him out, it's because he's not making this roster.
Yeah, he's in the final year of his deal.
Right.
So this is prove it time for him.
Well, here's the issue. The coaching staff has said it. He doesn't look good. He hasn't even been our rookies. Cole Fotheringham, or whatever the fuck his name is, and beating him out. Can you guys even tell me where the fuck he's from? No, I don't know where the fuck he's from, but if he's beating out Foster Moreau, that's an issue.
This is a UDFA. But yeah, as for Tyron and the receivers, I already talked about Tyron Johnson enough for the past few shows. I don't really want to talk about him anymore.
No, I mean Keelan Cole.
Obviously, Keelan
honestly,
Cole. Hang on. Keelan Cole, the reason he got a shot in the NFL was because Allen Robinson went down with a torn ACL in Week 1 against Houston in 2017 when they were both in Jacksonville. The reason he was never brought back in Jacksonville was because Keelan Cole played that receiver position so good in replacement of Allen Robinson that they felt confident enough that they didn't want to pay him the big bucks. Keelan Cole is that motherfucker. He's going to make all the catches you want. You can throw it up in the back of the end zone. He's going to have the same hands that Zay Jones had in the end of last season. If you want, you can take him up over double teams, maybe in the freaking deep safety zone. Mack Hollins, big special teams dude, for Philly in Miami. And obviously we remember what happened in 2020 against the Dolphins. DeMarcus Robinson, I was sure we signed him because of his speed, but maybe it's also to provide competitiveness to this wide receiver room. But believe it or not, I'm not sure Robinson makes this roster. I'm gonna say this right now. Robinson, I'm not confident that he's gonna make the 53-man roster, considering of the other 4 or 5 guys we've had, and the fact that this, McDaniels is probably gonna want to have a rookie receiver out there that at least can play special teams competently, like Mack Hollins, but
Yeah. I like what we have at wide receiver. I think this is the best wide receiver room we've had by a fucking distance. I'm impressed with what we have. This coaching staff built a team, and we have to make playoffs. With Carr even being impressed with these guys, I think it's going to show this year when he has the chemistry that says, he's going to get the job done. Josh, what are your takes on these wide receivers we have?
Oh, I'm in for Tyron Johnson at wide receiver too. But again, I want to see what Keelan. No. All right, I keep so many Keelans.
Keelan Cole.
Keelan Cole.
Mack Hollins.
I think we're gonna use Hollins in the red zone a lot this year. That's what I can see because he's 6'4", so they might replace Renfro with Hollins in the red zone when it comes to the red zone.
No, they're not gonna do that now.
Well, here's the thing. Mack Hollins is also a good slot receiver, but red zone threat at the slot, I think that's more so his position, unless you go with a 4 wide set, and you don't have a tight end package there or running
also
back in.
By red zone, I mean inside the red zone, like the 5-yard line.
Well, right. Yeah, I mean Renfro is one of the more dangerous in the league when he's within the 5 to 10. They're not going to replace him, take him off the field. They're going to find a place for him on that field.
It's either that or they remove Tyron. Oh, he'll take Tyron Johnson's spot. That's what I meant.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah,
I was going to say.
It's going to be like a rug situation,
Yeah.
You're going to have Renfro in the slot, and you're going to either have Keelan Cole or Mack Hollins, whoever they decide to throw on the field.
Yep.
Tyron Johnson's going to be a good person to spread the field out and stuff. So,
it makes sense to have Mack Hollins on the outside in the red zone instead of the 20-yard line because, like you said, he is 6'4". Well, I do believe Keelan Cole has better hands and higher hops. You can't argue height. You can't really teach height. Like, you can't teach speed.
Yep.
So if Mack Hollins is matched up with some 5'10", 5'11" cornerback, someone like J.C. Jackson on the outside, or maybe gets double teamed by safety, like Quan Thornhill or Justin Simmons, and they throw a jump ball up to him,
9 out of 10 times he wins.
He should win 9 out of 10 times, yeah. But you can't underestimate those guys. But he definitely does have a better chance than Keelan Cole does in that type of situation. So yeah, I do agree with that take. Actually, I agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think with Carr being impressed with these guys, Carr's going to get the ball to anyone he wants, and Carr's going to ball up this year. Carr's going to be a top 10 quarterback with these guys. But
Mark
we
this. Card's
did-
gonna be rushing a lot this year, as I can say as well. A
I
lot
mean,
more.
I don't think there's gonna be design runs. I feel like he's gonna feel, with our weak right side of the line. I feel like he's gonna have to try and scramble a bit more, and maybe he takes off on his own. We saw it last year actually after
That
late in the
Cowboys
season.
game, the 20-yard.
Yeah, we did
I
see that
think-
last year. I do believe. Obviously, Carr's not going to turn into some mobile phenom you see.
No,
Josh
he's not gonna
Allen
be no
doing.
fucking Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray, but
Right, but obviously,
he's the guy. Here's the thing: he's gonna be the
he's-
guy that when he knows he has open field in front of him, he's gonna go get that first down.
Right. If
But
he knows he's got to get the first down and he doesn't see a receiver open, if he's outside the pocket, he's going to take off with the ball. I mean, if he's
Yeah.
inside the pocket, he's probably going to throw it out of bounds. I'm going to be honest. He's still got that, part of him that's like protect the ball basically. But like, if you don't need to do anything special with it, don't do it. But if he's like forced outside the pocket and he's got no like linebacker eyeing him, and it's like 5, 6, 7 yards to a first down or a third inside inside the opposing 50, and yeah, he's gonna try and go for that. Get his kicker in range, or try and set up the punt unit better. I feel like he's regained confidence year after year after he suffered the back injury against Denver in 2017. So he's regaining the aggressiveness, but he's still a bit conservative at times, especially in the third downs.
yeah, no, I can't wait to see what happens with these. There's some people in the comments. Hey, yep, what's up, my man? Nah, but so we all saw this news. Trayvon Mullin is finally healthy. It looks like he's gonna be ramped up for the week 1 game. And so a healthy core of Trayvon Mullin, Anthony Averett, Rocky Sin, and Nate Hobbs. How good can that core be, y'all?
Mullins and Rocketson, man demons. Remember, Trayvon Mullin was top 5 in man coverage against the press in 2020, and we've been talking about it, that Rocky Sin, top 5 same category last year against the press, and top 5 raw in man defense. Man coverage, like absolute low passer rating before QBs had targeted him on man or when the defense played man. Anthony Averett, he's going to be, kind of going to play the aggressive cornerback.
I think Mullin will be I think
had,
Mullin will be a backup for Averett because, well, for week 1 at least, until we see him fully ready.
we won't have to wait. We won't have to wait that long. We know we talked about this last week. Mullins, if he comes back 100% healthy, he's still gonna have to prove himself. He's gonna appear in a few preseason games, maybe. Well, obviously probably not tomorrow, but he might appear in the Miami one or even the one against Minnesota or New England. He's gonna have to play, to try and return the spot. Same thing with Anthony Averett. Eventually, I expect in the later weeks of August that Rocky Sin and Nate Hobbs will lock down those spots. But who knows? Averett, he's definitely a better slot corner than Trayvon Mullin. And with Nate Hobbs getting much better on the outside, showing that ability to read the plays as an outside cornerback like he did at Illinois, he might actually become one of the best all-around DBs in the league. So, Trayvon Mullin's going to have a lot to prove. He's not going to easily, like you said, he's not going to come back and get that starter job.
No.
But he's not going to have to wait to week 1, or we're not going to have to wait to week 1 to see him play in a game.
No, I mean, I can't wait to see this core. I think this core can be, I want to say this is a top, and this is something we're going to speak about as a full standard, but this core can be a top 10 core of the corner group. It can. I mean, when all fully healthy, I don't think there's 10 corner groups in the NFL that I would take over ours. I don't know. I'm just thinking. So, I mean, I don't know.
It's easy. It's easy to be biased. Obviously, we haven't seen any of these.
Well,
guys
no, I'm not saying.
play
No, I'm not
for
trying to
us.
be biased. I'm just saying, like, here's my issue. There's you got the Rams who have one good corner, and then they let go of Darius Williams. Who's their second corner? Who's their depth? Really? I'm just saying, as a full depth group, we have a better core than most teams. I'm not saying we're top 5 or anything. If we're anything, we're like 9 or 10, right?
We have a deep
You know,
secondary. Yeah, I hear you.
we have a great secondary. And I think we're going to talk about this as I move on to the next topic, which would be, I mean, like I said, what's not here? Oops. What happened to Josh? So this is the other topic I wanted to discuss, as I forgot to write it in. Are the Raiders building a great secondary? Is this a sneaky good defense that we have under a great defensive coordinator?
Right. The dudes on the Death Star reports, they've been hyping up Bryce Cosby all off season.
See,
we also have a young secondary.
I will be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Like, up to this point, I don't understand that. Like, I'm no offense to the Death Star report. You search up Bryce Cosby, you get nothing. Where is this hype coming from? Where are you guys getting this hype? And I get it. It's so easy to hype up your own players.
Right.
But I need answers. What hype? What is this hype coming off of? The coaching staff has not spoke on him. They have not given this guy a presser. He hasn't even been on the field that much for training camp. I'm happy you guys want to hype up your players, but let's take a chill pill. Let's relax. Bryce Cosby can be good, but to say that he can take over in the slot is a very drastic comment. That is Nate Hobbs' position. Bryce Cosby will not play this year that much. I don't want the Death Star report people to get all this hype on him and be excited to see what he does, and then he doesn't play because he will not play. We don't got any place for him in the secondary this year. So, and I mean, Josh is on the Death Star report, as I know about. Josh, where is this hype from Bryce Cosby going from? What is this coming from? Because there's nothing on the kid.
The Bryce Cosby hype?
What are you guys getting this hype off? I want to get into the minds of the Death Star report.
Who said the do you know I think it's just a person who's hyped up, not the whole thing.
He's in our set. He's a corner, a rookie corner coming out of Ball State, right?
Yeah, Ball State.
Yeah.
Okay. So Noah had said that the Death Star report has been hyping him up, which I didn't really get on last night's show. I don't know if you guys hyped him up yesterday.
Last night's show, we didn't really talk that much about.
I'm just wondering. I've heard Bryce Cosby's name brought up quite a bit. I'm just wondering, where this hype came from. I'm sorry, just a question, just get in the minds of the Death Star report people, right? Again, you guys get my point. It comes down to the point, and I want him to be good. I really do. I want this hype to be true about him. I want to see him play, but I need to know. I haven't heard anything about this game.
I think we're not really excited for him to start, but we're excited to see him in the preseason.
And he might get reps tomorrow. That's fine.
That's right. That's the only thing we're excited about. But that applies for all the people we have. We're excited to see.
Yeah, I get that. I want to see. We're gonna talk about that actually in a few minutes here. But the Raiders how good of a secondary can this secondary be? Is my question. If you want to give any more takes on that, Noah, or we can move on to Josh if you want to talk to Josh.
The secondary is very young. We know this. I think the oldest person here actually is Trayvon Martin. He's 30, and then I think the next oldest person after him might actually be.
Derek
think it's Derek Teamer, or maybe Cravon LeBlanc, one of the two.
Isn't Duron Harmon also 32?
Duron Harmon, I think he's only 30 actually.
I can look at him. I thought he was 32, but I might be wrong.
No, he's 31. He getting an age in January.
We were in the middle of that number.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Duron Harmon, the oldest guy here by 5 years, definitely the veteran presence of this defense.
But he's a very good piece to have.
Right. But yeah, this secondary, if he is able to, help, Trayvon Moore get better as well, maybe even show off new tricks to Matthias Farley. I know we signed him recently. Or maybe even help Jonathan Abram become at least a little bit better at
Actually,
defending
Matthias
the
Farley's
pass.
32, actually. He's 30 also.
Is he now? Hang on. Oh yeah, he is 30 years old. He did turn 30. I forgot. But yeah, apart from those three, specifically the quarterback room, it's very young. So yeah,
Our oldest
I do
guy
think-
is 26.
Anyway, how old is Trayvon Mullin?
23, 24.
Yeah, he's been in the league for only like a few seasons now, like 3-4 seasons.
But
Everett.
Rockison and Anthony Averett are both like 25.
No, Averett is 27, I think. Yeah, he's 27, and Rockiston, I think he's younger than 25. No, actually, he's older. He's 26. So yeah, you have a bunch of most of the guys are in their mid or early 20s.
Yeah.
Specifically in the corner room. Obviously Trayvon Mullin, he's still young. I just mentioned he's 24 years old, which is, I mean, I kind of find that hard to believe. You know, he was on the team in 2019. So why did that make him like on the team when he was 19 or 20 years old? That's kind of nuts.
Well, yeah, but because Rocket Sin came out of college as a 22-year-old, so. But
yeah, to answer the question directly, yeah, the Raiders are building a great secondary. It's been in motion for the past few years, but now, you know, after Gus Bradley helped this team out, I think that Patrick Graham's going to help us take this team to the next level. And you know,
So,
Jason Simmons, Chris Ash, even maybe.
Because 2020, there was a lot of rookie defensive backs, and with Gus Bradley, he helped at least get them on the same page. It was just that he had bad play calling, but at least what Gus Bradley did good is he improved everybody's communication. Like everybody is here, there, not like against that Chiefs game again on Sunday night on the shootout where we lost to Mahomes to Kelsey on that final last-second touchdown. And with Bradley, everything became simplified. They all became together, and now with Bradley gone and Graham coming in, all the secondary and defensive line, they're all together. They're on the same page.
yeah, I'm very excited to see what this corner group can do.
Yep, but there's one cornerback besides Hobbs and Everett that I'm excited about. Mullin. I want to see more of Mullin because every time he plays, it's like he doesn't. Mullin has a quiet name. Like no one, they don't mention him as like a lockdown as like Ramsey or those.
Oh, because you can't do that. We can't do that now. We can't mention him in the same name as fucking Jalen Rams. Let's be honest.
Definitely able to make plays in man sets. Like we saw him against Pittsburgh last year in Miami before the injury. We saw him in 2020, almost the entire season. He played pretty well in 21 against Marquise Brown when he played Baltimore.
I actually like Anthony Averett. He can play really well against the fast receivers on the other team. Thank you to everyone who's watching on Facebook. I can see the comments. But something I did want to mention, we kind of talked about this on the Death Star Report last week, not this week's show. I know I wasn't there, but something I really liked was the accountability this team is taking. Josh McDaniels is doing something we haven't seen a head coach do in probably forever for our team. And that is literally, he gets mad at the small things because he wants those small things to be patched up. He wants this team to be this team to be super disciplined. And I really like that because last year we were the most penalized team and we made Carr have to go double the distance of the field as most other quarterbacks did have to. And I really like to know that this team is going to be a lot more disciplined, especially on the O-line. We can't have all those penalties.
Yeah, talking about last week, we were talking. I think we started the conversation talking about Alex Leatherwood. Sorry.
Yes.
But now that we're talking about McDaniel's ability to try and get plays down perfect. We didn't see this under Gruden really. I mean, or during Hard Knocks, it was kind of there with the offensive line, but it really wasn't. You think about it. I don't remember hearing about this under Del Rio, Dennis Allen, Sperano, anyone else you could think of. Freaking Tom Cable, freaking Lee Kiffin, Hugh Jackson. Fuck him. None of these guys. I don't think. I don't remember. I don't think I was consciously aware of football the last time we had a coach that cared this much about discipline and playing the game correctly, where
Yeah.
you try to limit as many penalties you have on your team as possible in order to reap the rewards the offense or defense gives you. So yeah, I do like this, approach that McDaniels has taken. And obviously, you have his dudes over there as well, the offensive and defensive coordinators. You have Graham over there and Rob Ryan, notoriously tough dude on penalties when he was in New Orleans, and even in Buffalo as well. Nick Lombardi, he was a wide receivers coach over in New England. I can't think of any time a New England receiver got a penalty for false starting or being lined up in a neutral zone or something like that. Can't really think of a holding penalty by them that was costly in any way from one of those starters at least. So you have these guys that are discipline oriented minded coaches, and that's what I like about this.
Yeah. Thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, I just want to say about our coaches, I love him. That's just 3 words. I love him. Like, I can from that Malcolm Kuntz video. My God, it's like we have a mini John Gruden 2.0, except better play calling and stuff. But I love
and he's on your ass about the fucking penalties.
Mm-hmm. And remember when we had the 2020 season with Gruden. He was very strict about staying healthy, staying available, because if the saying goes, availability is the best ability, and if your player is injured during a big game, you lost. Let's say the Chiefs they make the Super Bowl, but their offensive line is bad. Kelsey is out, Juju Smith-Schuster is out, and people are saying, "Oh, Chiefs lost because they had none of this." But the problem
here's
there
something
is,
I think. Here's the biggest difference I think with John Gruden and what we have now. It's going to come down to the late season. Are we going to fall apart like we have? Because this team, for 2 straight years under John Gruden, had a hot start, and then he went chill. He went chill on this team. We got more mistakes. We started playing worse. We started losing at the end of the year. I don't think Josh McDaniels is going to let that happen.
Nope, he won't. Because as of right now, young minds, the key word in today's modern NFL game, the key word is adapt. That's what we need to do. With Gruden, he's facing a lot of young minds, like Andy Reid. They're based around. I'm not sure. But my main point is, all these coaches, they learn to adjust, or I just had the word. I had the word already.
Adapt.
The coaches adapted to Gruden's play calling. As you can see, look what happened to that Falcons game. It hurts, but they started to figure out.
That one hurts.
I don't want to. Okay, skip that game as well. Skip the Chiefs game as well. Oh, no. Okay. Main point is, Gruden didn't change his playbook. He didn't change up anything.
No, because he thought having the same playbook was good. Josh McDaniels, he's going to change. It's not just Josh, though. It's going to be Josh McGruden, not McDaniels.
Bruh.
Fucking
Oh, my gosh. Josh McCruden, that's a new one. All right. Hey, Josh McDaniels.
There was too much talk of Gruden.
John McDaniels.
Sounds like a McDonald's menu item. The McCruden. Rip off of the McGriddle.
Okay. I know people
Oh,
call that.
the McGruden. The McGruden special. It comes with an email. It comes
Anyways.
in with a side of large fries.
Anyways, you give him a point. Josh McDaniels and Patrick Graham are going to change up the playbooks. They're going to change up the scheme. They're going to change up the little things that matter.
That's what happened to Gus Bradley. He didn't do that.
No. Well, he also played that weak ass coverage.
I mean, I get it. Like near the end of the games, you want to play conservative, but Gus Bradley's like playing. Oh my gosh, he went all the way to March.
He allowed a 4th and 21.
3 times, 4 down conversions.
I feel like it was more
I'm
than
not talking about all the 4th down conversions. I'm fine with a 4th and 2 conversion because that's short, but 4th and 21 is unacceptable.
You gotta
right,
dude. Noah and Josh's faces as I said, Josh McGruden. Holy shit, that was just, oh my god. But no, I love the accountability we have, and the coordinators we have are going to change up things week to week based on who we play.
Wait, what does Lombardi's record look like? His resume, as I didn't really do research on that. I did.
Mick Lombardi's been the wide receivers coach in New England for the longest time. I know he's the son of a former coach as well, but he's been in New England for, I think it was like 6 or 7 years.
Oh,
feels like
I just threw out the number 10, but
I don't know.
Anyways,
when I did the news on us hiring him back in like February, I put like the little his coaching tenure as a Patriots dude. I think he was a quality control coach first, and then he was like an offensive assistant, and then
you put it on your Instagram
coach. Yeah.
Here, one second.
Something like that in the post.
Let me find that post.
Here.
Back in March or back in...
I feel like it was like January or February, one of those two.
Oh, Mick Lombardi. This will be Lombardi's first offensive coordinator position after spending as an assistant coach while working for the 49ers, Jets, and Patriots.
Yeah, so let's see. Offensive assistant, basically with the Niners in 13 and 14, quality control coach in 2016, and the Jets in 2017 and 2018. He was an offensive assistant. In 2019, became the assistant quarterbacks coach, and then in the past 2 years, he was the wide receivers coach. Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm very excited to see what this team does this year. I don't think we're gonna be anywhere near the top of the NFL for penalties. And those self-hurt penalties was some of the worst things that we had to deal with as Raider fans, as we all know. And I'm very excited. We are going to probably do a game-by-game analysis, like right before the season starts, to really give our predictions. And if you guys want to, we'll do that every week as the season progresses before the next game. We'll talk about, predictions for the next game if we win or lose.
Thank you.
Anyways, so the next one, the next topic we're going to talk about is the Hall of Fame game. I'm just going to put that up for people. If you guys have not
Oh my gosh, I got a little bit of sad news. So tomorrow I got work until 6 p.m. So I'll probably miss the first and probably second quarter, perhaps.
Man, that's
the downside of being on the West Coast. The freaking primetime games are still during the working hours over there.
What is this?
The Hall of Fame game, in case you guys don't know, I believe it's on Fox. It'll be aired nationally at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. The ceremony will be held Saturday to enshrine, all the guys like Baselli, Cliff Branch, Seymour, all those guys.
Yeah.
That'll be on NFL Network if you guys want to check that out.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by them at all. I just felt like saying that.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
We
there's also
See, I
NFL
remember having a Bang energy drink. I'm like, we're sponsored by Bang, and I was like, that did not come out right. Anyways,
Hey, oh, dang it! Wait, are we gonna get them? Are we gonna get taken down for what I'm about to say with Bang?
I don't know. What are you about to say?
I think the stream's gonna get taken down if I say what I say.
Oh, please don't done.
If you think the stream's gonna get taken down, you probably shouldn't say it. We'll
I mean,
talk about that. If Josh, if you want, you can tell me the joke as soon as I finish up stream. If you want to tell me the joke so badly, your face is just telling me you need to tell me. Anyways, we're going down to like 4 topics. The Hall of Fame game. Who are you guys excited to see play? Who do you guys think is going to step up and prove to be an asset for this team?
Yesterday I said Parham or one of the guys in the offensive line, considering how versatile that group is, but also how weak it is, especially on the right side of the line. So it's going to be a competitive battle out there for those guys. The guy out of Ohio State and the guy out of UCLA.
Right now, I'm excited for that wide receiver 2 spot because Adams and Renfro, it's only basically wide receiver 1 and slot receiver 1 because Renfro doesn't really play wide out that much. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the wide receiver 2 position. Are they gonna put Demarcus Robinson tomorrow?
We might see a few. Yeah, we'll probably see all those 6 receivers not on the we probably will see every receiver besides Adams and Renfro. So yeah, you'll probably see Robinson out there, maybe in like the first drive, maybe like the first 2 quarters out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my names: Darian Butler, linebacker, and cornerback Sam Webb. I've heard good things from both those guys, and I think we'll get to see.
Well, we gotta remember. What is it called? The games are different from practice. That's all I can say.
Right.
So we'll see who's a real game day guy. And who's game day will show the real people.
Absolutely.
Well, but
It'll reveal it.
It's a big game in terms of some of the people on this roster are going to be gone in 2 weeks, or when's
most of the guys, or no, well, not most of the guys, but yeah, some of the guys.
When's the first preseason?
This is the Hall of Fame game, so for us, it's the first preseason week. The next would be next week, obviously, and then after Sunday's games, the roster's cut down from 90 to 75.
Yeah,
and then I think it's cut down to 60 and then 53, or maybe it goes straight to 53.
I think it's like 62 and then 53. But
yeah, I remember it used to be something like that, but then they changed the dates a few years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm very excited to see some of the guys that we have and the younger guys to see if they can step up and be a part of this team for the future. Let me bring out my sheet for. Okay.
It's hard to see Tyron Johnson. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Are the next topic though for anyone who is still here with us? Are the injuries becoming a concern for you guys with losing 2 guys in 1 week? Will we lose more? And I know I probably should have put this up earlier. I forgot I had this as a topic. I almost went to my last topic, but this is something. Would you guys want to see this team sign any veterans?
Not really, because with our depth chart right now, I'm not too concerned that we're going to be understaffed on those on important positions. So I believe we don't need it because we have a lot of people or rookies who can show what they can bring. So that's basically that's basically our free agency market, the preseason.
Drew, well, for the young guys at least. If we were to bring in a veteran, I would like to see Will Compton come back in place of
Special teams.
Micah Kaiser. Well, obviously special teams as well, but Micah Kaiser's position. Trying to take that leader or trying to take that role right there. He's a Raider veteran. He's been here a few years in 2019 and then last year at the end of the season. Obviously Denzel Perriman is kind of taking control of that captain spot now, but the locker room has a respect for Compton, considering he's been in the league for pretty much as long as anyone, if not longer than everybody on this roster right now. Yeah, I think that'd be the only guy I want to see on the inside linebacking, unit. I feel like one of the rookies can definitely deal with the outside. If Anthony Barr was still available, I'd definitely say go out and sign him. I don't know why he was available on the market for this long. Dallas, I think, got a bargain by getting him for only $3 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my take on it.
I mean, to me, it'd be nice not to have two rookies in the front three if it comes down to Chandler and Max. So if you can get D Ford or Trey Flowers on a bargain deal, do it.
Like Trey Flowers.
What?
Isn't Trey Flowers like our Nevin Lawson or something? Like Trey Flowers.
He's a D end. Oh, there's two. I think there's like two Trey Flowers. Like there's a TREY. There's a TREY Flowers that I'm talking about. D end.
Okay, because I was about to say.
Yeah, you're thinking of Trey Flowers of Cincinnati. We're also talking about Trey Flowers, the defensive end that used to play for the Lions. And
Yeah, when he was though that Trey Flowers is on
Bungles.
I think he's actually on the this Shit Hawks. He's over there and he's over on the Shit Hawks.
I'm looking at it right now. He's been in Cincinnati since last year. He used to be in Seattle. You're right about that, but he got cleaned off waivers in October.
He was pretty good in Seattle at one point. He had one good year, and I know he was playing really good. I thought at one point, I don't know how he got waived. I don't know. That man's career took a turn, I guess. But the other Trey Flowers I'm talking about, pass rusher. He can be a DN while we have by law a D tackle, and they can have one of the rookies starting, and then Neil Farrell back up D tackle. I would take that, and then Jonathan Hankins as a third D tackle, just a rotational piece. That's what I'm talking about, not that other guy. Yeah, no, I did not realize there was two Trey Flowers.
I mean, we're going to be running a 3-4 where it's just going to have a defensive end, and then a nose tackle, and then we're going to probably have an outside linebacker lined up in an edge position as a disguise, sort of like that.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to be having a lot of two ends and one tackle type of situations. I don't think we're going to have like a need for someone like Trey Flowers. You keep mentioning D Ford. I think I'm not opposed to picking him up. I don't know. I don't think he's a necessity for this team. If we were to try to get someone like that.
I think it comes down to just contract at that point.
But obviously, there is.
It's like the other question of losing three people in one offseason to season-ending injuries is kind of weird. It is. Like, not often do you find three straight injuries that are all season-ending. So
we know Kaiser's was a leg injury. Sincere McCormick's was also a leg injury. I don't think we know what happened with Kyler Fackrell. He just got.
I have not heard about him. I just know he's out for the year. That's all I was told. I don't know.
But I don't think the injuries are a concern, considering we've had maybe 3 weeks of camp now. This is the third week, and the fact we only lost two players because McCormick was on IR before. This I think he went on IR after rookie minicamp.
Maybe I can't remember.
So that's that. But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a concern. If it was happening like at a higher rate, after the second or third week of the preseason games, I'd be shitting my pants, figuratively. But yeah, right now I don't think it's that big a concern.
I would hope you're not shitting your pants.
Hey, OBJ would like a word.
Oh, that guy's busted ACL like every year, busted leg every year. The guy, that is the definition of injury prone. Like, get out of here with this, man. Anyways, we got some hot takes. I gave up. I wrote down. Just want to hear you guys on a rating 1 to 10. 10 being like you're fucking crazy. Go to a ditch, find a ditch.
Be a bit.
Okay. Hey, add it on. I love it. The Raiders D line will be top 5.
That's probably like that's probably like a 3 or 4. It's definitely seeable, visible. I wouldn't say it's definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't definitely say it's certain, but I definitely wouldn't say that it's completely far fetched that I would be making fun of you.
2 or 3.
I think you can have, because if you have the D line production of like you have Kuntz with fucking Jones, Crosby, Bylaw, Matthew Butler.
Here's the caveat. I think if Max Crosby somehow manages to replicate his amazing season last year, where he had over 100 pressures, yeah, this is definitely.
I don't think that's crazy to say he could do.
Here's the thing. There's only been one player to do that in back-to-back seasons, and that was prime T.J. Watt when he won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in 14 and in 15. If he does that again, that is incredible.
The Raiders core of Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and Hunter Renfrow is the best core of skill positions in the league.
Yeah, that's like a 0. That's easy. His weapons is unmatched. You put him up against any team in the league, no one's gonna try and say that theirs is better, unless you're like belong in an institution.
Honestly, the only core I can see better, and
the Rams.
Okay, never mind. Not even the Rams. They don't compete.
Oh, Buccaneers.
Okay,
not even them.
They're getting up there in age and they're getting injury prone, especially Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, who's coming off the torn.
I don't even want to mention. And the Bucs have no running game. They have no running game compared to us, like we have. I want to say it's the Bengals, but my only issue with them is they don't have a clear-cut tight end. Because if you're including with my core, okay, the core is a quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. There's no other core that's correlating with this real core. I
don't know who their running back or tight end is. That Gronk's out, and I don't think Ronald Jones is still there. So I don't know who their running back and tight ends are. If it's O.J. Howard, maybe. But
Chris, I don't think this is a crazy take. It's not. 6 is like you're calling. I guess in the words of the number you gave is to call me crazy. Number one, this is a hot take. That's not even that crazy. Can you name me a better real core? What I'm giving you is quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. That's what I'm talking about core. I'm not talking about three wide receivers. I need a tight end included in that. There's no team that I see that has a quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end that is better than us right now, at least on paper. The Rams don't have a They don't have a running game or tight end like us.
No, they have Cam Akers, but the problem is that they don't have another receiver outside of Cooper Kupp. I think they
Allen Robinson
Woods to Tennessee. I guess Allen Robinson, yeah. If you want to say that, then maybe you could say
he does have to produce in the system. But the Bucs, we don't know what Godwin's going to be, and their tight end's all right, but their running game is the issue. Bengals don't have a tight end. That's their one issue, if we're talking about their issue. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I said the Raiders secondary will perform top 10 by the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't know, 7. That's a stretch.
It's a little hot. It's a little hotter.
Yeah, 7 or 8. What do you think, Josh, about that?
I'll give it about 5 or 6. It's up there. It's not the best take. It's just a hot take. These are just hot takes I make at this point.
I'll just give it a 2 because, again, Bengals. They just need a tight end, and that's pretty much it.
The weapons one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
okay.
The hot take I was talking about now was the Raiders secondary will perform in the top 10.
Oh, I give that a 2 or 3.
So
Wait.
1 isn't crazy
Second-
at all, and then 10 is like you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, 2 or 3. So like because
So you're saying it's not that hot of a take. It's kind of a cold take, like it's going to happen.
I'm not saying that it's going to happen. What I'm saying is like it's not impossible. I'm just saying like
Yeah, I would give it about a 4 or 5.
doubtful.
Okay.
Doubtful.
So
All right. Down.
the next take was the Raiders defense will be top 10 in turnovers created.
Oh, that's
an
a-
interesting one.
That's I give that a 1. That's a 1.
Here's the thing: we don't have any ball hawks on this team. I can't remember the last time we had a ball hawk. Maybe it was Charles Woods in his final season, or maybe even David Emerson. Which he wasn't really a ball hawk. You can't really classify him as that even. Top 5 in turnovers created. Jesus, I don't know.
Oh, I said top 10.
5 or 6. Yeah, or top 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably it would be 6. I don't know much about this team's ability to force turnovers.
We'll see this year, but
Obviously, the pressure
Patrick
rate
Graham
will
does
definitely
have-
need to be up there.
Patrick Graham does have a he does his defenses do create turnovers.
That is
Now,
true.
when I say turnovers, I'm saying defense. It's forced fumbles, sacks, again, any way this defense can get turnover, right? So again, I'm gonna say it's about a 3 or 4. It's definitely possible. And then the last one that by the end of the year, Carr is top 3 in MVP voting.
Oh, let me break it down. All right, so if you want to say top 3, that's fine. I disagree with that. I think there's other weapons out there that are going to be more useful. I mean, here's the thing. If Carr's in the MVP conversation, you're probably going to have Adams over him. I'm not going to lie. Because in terms of the NFL media and the fans, they don't really see – they see Carr more as like a Kirk Cousins with like a better repertoire, if that makes sense.
Seriously, if he's
And the fact that
if he's in the MVP talks, I really think
Right.
it's going to come down to like he's going to have 3 weapons at 900 plus yards, and I don't think Adams in any world here reaches 1,500 yards. And that's not to say he can't do that. It's just the fact that we have so many weapons, and Carr loves to spread the ball around. I think he can be in the MVP talks, but we'll see.
All right. Well, I'm going to say right now probably an 8 or a 9. I wouldn't say 10 because we know he's been top 3 before. But probably like an 8 or 9. It's
He was
definitely
a runner-up,
take.
by the way. Runner-up for MVP.
No, he wasn't. He was tied for 3rd. It was Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, and then Derek Carr in 2016.
Yeah. But I don't think it's terrible. I mean, it just depends. If he goes out for like 5,400 yards,
No,
I
he
think
was 5th. Rated 5th behind Rodgers and Elliott.
No, NFL AP MVP voting in 2016. I'm going to read it off right now. Number 1, Matt Ryan, who won it. He got 25 votes. Then it was 2, Tom Brady. He got 10. Derek Carr and Ezekiel Elliott got 6. Zeke got 6 as a rookie. Wow. And then Aaron Rodgers got 2 at 5, and then Dak got 1 vote, so he was 6. So yeah, Derek Carr was tied 3 with Zeke.
Well, the key for Derek Carr to an MVP is like you guys said, just spread the ball around, take the deep shots, and
I think he takes less deep shots. I think his completion percentage is, and I think it's about.
Yes, Jetty the Petty.
I think Derek Carr will have about, I'm going to say 5,350 yards, 70 completion percentage, 30, I want to say 35 touchdowns with 8 picks.
That's pretty good.
That's definitely an MVP stat.
but
I'm not gonna lie.
But here, he has about 500 rushing yards.
Okay, no shot.
No.
Okay, how about this? How about this? 250 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns
What? I don't think Derek Carr's rushed for 3 touchdowns in his career. And hang on.
in a season,
Okay.
not a game.
No, I'm talking. I'm just. No.
Up to this
hang
point in his career, has he even rushed for 3 touchdowns?
Hang on. Okay, let me check it for
I-
Football Reference. All right.
Because
Hang on. All right, hang on. So
This guy got me confused. I was like, bro, 3
Yeah,
rushing
let's see.
touchdowns.
So rushing yards. Hang on. That's passing yards. That's not rushing. All right, here we go. Rushing yards. He's never had over 200 or never had over 150 in a season. He's had 3 rushing touchdowns in a season before in 2020. So yeah, I could say maybe 3 rushing touchdowns is definitely feasible. But 250 yards, he's not that type of QB, dude.
God, hey, yo, Josh, man, I know you got some high expectation, but god damn, bro. Boy, got me like,
Anyways,
wait.
I shoot for the moon.
250. Well, remember we're gonna look at the schedule because in some games Carr won't be able to sling it. So
He's not. I mean, obviously, if he's not going to be able to sling it, they're going to go to a run game, and
Yeah.
they're probably going to choose, Jacobs
it's
or.
not. Okay,
and remember
listen,
they have
Josh,
and they have no
Josh,
more Mariota.
Josh, I want you to understand. I just want to make this understood.
Hang on.
Carr
Before you
is
talk
not a
about-
rushing
well,
quarterback, and Carr will not be asked to be one because he's been injured. We're not giving this man who broke his leg a few years back a chance to go run the ball. Let's be honest. This isn't no
If we're gonna
QB draw.
We don't have a guy like Mariota. If we're gonna try and do like a QB design run, we're gonna bring in Chase Garbers because he's the closest thing we have to an athletic QB.
Anyways, back to this point. Josh, what car have we seen get a run play developed for him? Let's just be honest, okay? Let's just keep this real with ourselves. We're not doing that. This is not Josh McDaniels knows what he has. He has a slinger at quarterback. He slings that thing. Okay, wait a minute. We got. He can
not gonna do
sling.
it.
It just sounded wrong when I said he was slinging that thing. Listen,
Oh my gosh, bruh.
Oh my god,
I didn't even realize
why
that
did you have to
until you said
complete
it.
it? You could have just put it off
Yeah,
to
you
the
could
side.
just let it go.
Oh my gosh.
There was no alternative meaning to that until you was like, oh, wait a second, my bad.
You have to
Anyway.
be really fierce.
y'all get it, bro. Y'all get the fact when I say he can. Listen, throwing wise, he can sling that ball 70 yards.
Yeah, he could throw it like a rocket. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
but I think the Tyron Johnson gets the most deep shots than Adams. That's I think I was thinking about that one. More 40 plus or 30 plus yard passes
deep
than Adams.
balls. Got
More deep balls.
I think Tyron Johnson is at deep balls, not yak type shit. I think Tyron Johnson will have slightly more than Devontae Adams. Carr actually had 2 years
Because
Carr had 2 years to
Devontae Adams is more remember
I think
he doesn't have the speed, but
think
he has the
Renfro is going to lead this team in yak.
well, he's been doing it the past few years, right? Like he's
Yeah, I think so.
since he came in.
So I mean,
He's been
no,
doing that since he's a
100%.
rookie.
I have him leading this team in yak.
So here's what I have in my hot takes. So the leader for our team, leader in receiving touchdowns is gonna be Waller. The leader in yards is gonna be Adams. And the leader in third down conversions will be Renfro, obviously. And the leader in deep balls is gonna be Tyron Johnson.
Yeah. I don't know if you can check out who leads your team in third down conversions, but I would maybe. I don't know. Anyways,
We could just
Renfro.
let's just count on how many attempts Renfro gets in third down. We'll just count the third
I
downs.
mean, I don't really care. I think it's going to be him. He's the third down receiver. He's one of the best third down receivers in the league.
What do you mean? What do you mean one?
I don't really have Waller leading this team in touchdowns. I don't. I have it being Adams.
Adams. Yeah. I mean, it's
I
Waller.
have
I mean,
Adams
but-
going
I
for
don't know.
1350 and 10 touchdowns, and then Waller going for like 7 or 8, and then Renfro going for like 6 or 7.
I think, but Waller's. I disagree, but it's reasonable. But you gotta take in. Remember, Waller's gonna get more looks. He's gonna be the first option when it comes down to the red zone, obviously,
No, he isn't.
because he's
No,
6'6".
he's not.
No, he's not.
6'6".
Right. Well, you also have
I get-
Devontae Adams there now, who is notoriously good in the red zone with Rodgers as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no.
but even
Yeah.
though we got Adams, it will still be Waller getting the looks.
Okay, you know
There's
what?
no-
Actually, yeah, I can see Adams drawing away defenders to get Waller open in the red
Yeah,
zone. with
because
easy
the-
scores.
remember,
but I
they're
don't know.
gonna
That's
they're gonna
still-
try to get people to double team Adams and feed Waller more because
right, but
it's-
it's not going to
well,
be like.
listen,
Here's the thing.
listen.
Hang on, Will, before you say anything, this isn't like a Calvin Johnson type of scenario when he plays the Saints in the 2011 wild card game where you have the freaking Malcolm Jenkins and the other guy lined up against him like 2 against 1, like actually just like that. They're gonna have the freaking safety disguise or another linebacker going on, and especially if it's in red type stuff. So Waller, they're not gonna be able to pick it up immediately. Carr's gonna have to look around and scan the field, and if he sees Adams open or like on a one-on-one or like a go situation, and Waller is covered by the safety or they're drifting towards one or the other, he's gonna pick the guy that's got the one defender on him, or maybe even no defenders on him if it's a blown coverage.
I mean, regardless, I don't have Waller in this team. I don't. He's good, but he's the second guy. And then you could even debate Renfro takes some of those touchdowns from Waller because Waller may not be the guy that gets open. It's going to be Renfro a lot. Renfro might get 8 touchdowns, dude. It's just, it depends on who gets the ball and how many touchdowns we score in the red zone. We sucked in the red zone.
Yeah, we were pretty ass. No one's going to question that. I think we had the worst touchdown conversion percentage of any
Yep.
team in the league last year. It was pitiful. I mean, freaking Daniel Carlson had 40 field goals last season, and part of that was because he had like 16 or 15 of them inside the red zone. The ball was snapped from the red zone.
Yeah. Hopefully we can lead this league in scoring too. I mean, if we can do that, whew.
All right.
that's some sad news about Hollywood Brown, bro. Like I think got suspended just for speeding, but it's not like Henry Ruggs in the street. He got speeding for going 90 in the freeway in the morning.
He got
Who?
arrested for killing someone. If it was
Marquise-
just speeding,
Marquise
if
Brown.
it was just yeah, The
Oh,
reason
yeah, Marquise
Ruggs is no
Brown's a
longer on the team is
moron.
because the reason Ruggs is no longer on the team is because he killed someone. That's the reason why he's no longer on the team. If it was,
It was
speeding at 126 and nothing happened, I guarantee you that he would have been fine happily and nothing else would have happened.
But I think we still would have gotten Adams and traded Edwards.
Yeah, I think we would have traded Brian Edwards too.
It would still look nice though with Ruggs.
I mean, who's saying that all that shit goes down? I don't know. It was weird. Oh, comments. Sorry. Fucking. Dang. Hey, if whoever's in here, oh shit! I dropped it. Do what this guy said. Share the shit. Pretty sure the only one watching though. Pretty sad. Anyways, thank you for everyone who came through. We're gonna be doing this live on multiple channels every week. Thank you for everyone who came through. Unless you guys got more to, if you guys got anything else that you guys want to discuss, we can. If not, we're gonna end stream and let Josh tell that joke that he wanted to tell.
Wait.
Do you remember it?
No, I lost it.
Damn. It's okay, Josh. You're kind of you're a mix, bro. You're some mix of like you just like you're so excited. You're just so jumpy, man. I don't know. You got so much energy on you, bro. Anyways, thank you for everyone who came through. We're gonna be doing this every week.
And next week is gonna be like right after the Hall of Fame game, so that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be really nice.
Thank you.
I'm telling you
anyone
guys.
Anyone who has not subbed, subscribe to the Silver and Black Report.
We promise you, next week's show, it's gonna be hotter than
Because we actually have games
Hey,
to talk about.
it's gonna be hotter than the girl you see at McDonald's.